Good morning, everyone. Hey, I got my shirt on. It's a new shirt. It says, "This Mama Prays." And I'm telling you what, this morning I've been praying. I am struggling, to be honest with you guys. I am reading this book, Raising Kingdom Kids by Tony Evans. It's focused on the family. I've been watching a lot of Focus on the Family videos and just searching on what is it that God has for me as a single Christian mother now. And I want God to lead my family spiritually. And I got my new necklace to remind me of faith. This right here is a mustard seed. It's very, very tiny. And it's on a necklace here. And it says, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, that little dot right there is a little mustard seed. If you have faith enough as a mustard seed to, let God guide you and be in control of your life, then, it's all you need. You can move mountains, right? That's what the Bible verse says. And I was seeking in prayer today as I was in the shower, getting ready for work, waiting on the kids to get ready for school, and praying. I'm having to make choices for me and my children, and mostly it's financial. I'm struggling financially. I work 9 hours a day. I have an hour break, so really 8. But Monday through Friday, I work. And I work at a daycare. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I work with other non-Christians. And so it's very difficult for me to have the faith as small as a mustard seed. It's difficult for me to pray and keep my focus on God, even though I am at work with a bunch of non-Christian people. I'm struggling because I feel like there's more to life than what I'm living. And, right off the bat in this book by Tony Evans, Raising Children, it says, whenever you are on this pathway of parenting, God has a word for you. It's never too early, nor it's never too late to start applying biblical principles to parenting and watch God bring about the growth and the fruit. You may have regrets about your past and poor decisions you have made. That is for sure. But this is not the time to stop trying. As the saying goes, only a fool trips on what is behind him. Seize the day and start now if you haven't already done so. That is the number one thing that God has really told me, is to raise my children in a kingdom marriage. And how do I do that? I need to start by setting an example. So I want to build up my faith and buy things that will help me remember, like this mustard seed necklace, to remember what my battle is and who's fighting my battle. And, the battle is not against flesh and blood, but it's against the principalities of the air. It's a spiritual battle that's going on. And as a single parent, especially one who is divorced, you feel unwanted, you feel unloved, you feel unworthy, you feel like there's no way out. I mean, you really feel like there's no way out. I had a husband who took everything from me in a split decision, and that's because he wanted to be with someone else and didn't even look back at the kids, didn't look back at our life, our 9 years of marriage, didn't look back at what he was doing, didn't even think twice about it. And We lost our home, me and the children. We lost our family structure. We lost our family togetherness. It was ripped apart at the seams. And just having that guidance. And I've been trying ever since, as a Christian single mom, to get back what was taken from me and my kids. And I'm going to do it on my own. And I'm very, very close to succeeding with that. This year, it's taken me a year to get back on my feet. I am finally got my furniture back from my ex-husband and all my belongings. It took 9 months after our separation and us getting kicked out of the house for me to get my stuff. It's a very long time. I've been going through my stuff. I've been getting rid of stuff that I don't want. That reminds me of my marriage. I am starting over a new life. And it's been a struggle. It's really been a struggle this year. But there's been tiny little blessings that has come upon me that I don't expect. That God is just like, here, this is where I want you to be, and this is where I want you to go. And he's really, really showing me what he wants me to do with my life. And I'm trying really hard to make it work, but it's exhausting. It's very exhausting. I don't want to be selfish, but I wonder, when am I going to get a break? When am I going to get a break? When am I going to have relaxation? I mean, even just planning a vacation for me and my children is exhausting. As a single parent, packing everything up and getting ready to go and just going anywhere and doing anything, even if it's local. It's just exhausting to say, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it. And especially when you have teenagers, because teenagers a lot of times don't want to do what you are asking of them, especially if it considers family time or talking to you or, but you want to have that time, and you want to raise your kids right, to be able to lead them in a correct way for their future. And I guess I could read what Evans did say earlier here. It says, parents, you are just beginning a journey in raising kingdom kids, and your eyes are filled with the bliss of those parents standing in line to board an enjoyable ride at Disneyland. Others of you have teenagers who are walking with the Lord and on the right path, but you are seeking wisdom on how to guide them through the transition from youthful innocence to Fantasyland, to the more turbulent times waiting in Tomorrowland. Still others may have children who have walked away from the Lord. Their fairy tales have morphed into tragedies, and you want to know how to point your kids back home. And others are facing the challenges of a blended family whose members may not even want to be at the park at all. And you will look at, each of you have different places in your different paths. Regardless of where you are, it says applying the principles of this book will help you experience the fruits in your home. And, you need to do it intentionally. And so that's what I really want to do, is just really start focusing on what is it that God has, and it starts off with the kingdom mindset, just like the kingdom marriage. I went through the kingdom marriage with my husband, and it starts with the battlefield of the mind. And I think that's where we lost our marriage, was the battlefield of the mind. It had nothing to do with anything else except for, letting sin and letting Satan come into our minds. And, it's a struggle to not get depressed as a single parent. It's a struggle to not have high anxiety as a single parent. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? How am I ever going to get ahead? Right now, God has given me the ability and possibilities of staying where I'm at. I'm good where I'm at. Life is good where where I'm at. But the future is what I'm looking at. And like I said before, I would like to have the goal of getting my children back everything that was taken away from them. Their home. It won't be the same home, but I would love to give my kids a home. And I don't mind doing it on my own. I don't mind or really miss having my husband around. And it's just because we were unequally yoked. I need a Christian man who is going to want to be with his family, love his family, do anything and sacrifice for his family, not give up on them and walk away. So I don't mind doing things on my own as a Christian single mom, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle. There's not enough time in the day. There's not enough money in the world that's going to be able to give me the things that I need for all of me and my boys. And so, I do have that goal in mind to give back what was taken away from all of us. And I'm struggling with that because what was taken away was a family, and I can't get that back on my own. And I think I need to realize that is something that will never be achieved fully. And as I'm starting this journey as a Christian single mom, doing things on my own, I need to make sure that I am in prayer always. So that's why the new shirt, this Mama Prays. I wanted to also be a conversation piece. My necklace, this. And I am going to wear it to work today. And, I want to stand up for my faith. Here on YouTube, God has really told me to change my channel to not only organizing and cleaning my home and, just talking to you guys on a daily basis on devotionals, but also about what God is doing in my life, and make sure that I'm spreading the gospel to you guys in every video and talking about Jesus, because without him, I'm nothing, and I don't have anything without him. So I definitely want to set that example for my children and for you all here as I'm making my videos. It's just something that God's laid on my heart. I have a journey that I'm going through. I have a struggle that I'm going through. And God has told me that I definitely need to share that with you and be honest with you, and to always, use God's word when I am talking to you. And let me see if this book has any Bible verses I can read to you, since I just said that, and then I will end the video with that. Since this is a Christian book, I would think there would be a Bible verse. There's a message in here from Priscilla Shriver, which is Tony Evans' daughter, and so it's good that he's getting the experience and the voices of his children. And I also would love to do that. I would love to have sit-down conversations with my children and be able to share that with you on different topics, and be able to, use what God is leading on my children's hearts, share some things with you. Parents have neglected their responsibilities to their children. There is chaos in the kingdom. See Isaiah 3:12. I don't know what that says, Isaiah 3:12. That was the first verse that I saw that popped up here. But let's see if there's one that reads the verse. Okay, here's a Bible verse. While the world holds the glitter of success in the lure of the flesh, it also comes with a promise of death. That is not a Bible verse. I thought it was. But that was, see Ephesians 2:1-4, Matthew 12:25-26. See Proverbs 14:12, 16:25, Matthew 7:13, 1 Corinthians 15:21-22. So those are some verses that you guys can look up and read. There's not a Bible verse in here that I could just read right to you guys. It all says, see. Oh, here we go. Behold, children are a gift from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. 127:3. Of Psalms. And you do have to understand that children are a blessing, and ironically, they are the one blessing we often seek to limit in our lives. But if we view our children through the lens of kingdom dominion and influence as God views them, I think we would have different attitude on how many children we bring into our homes and how well the priority is on them once they are there. And, that's a good verse for me because I am divorced and I have my children and they are a gift, and I always have to remind myself that my children are a gift to me from God. And I am so very blessed to even be their mother, to be able to guide them in a Christian home. Because, for example, we were at the daycare yesterday and my 9-year-old overheard one of the other kids cussing. And these are 4 and 5-year-old kids. And he goes, Mom, he's saying a bad word. And I was just like, yeah, they're learning it from their parents. It's not normal to be in a Christian home. It's not normal. And so I'm trying to teach my children that, you are to be separate of the world. You are not to be in this world. And it's okay. It's okay if you're not doing what everybody else is doing, just cussing, and you're 4 and 5 years old and you're cussing up a storm. And when you are talking about, it's not just the bad words that they're saying, it's the attitude of the parents, calling their children names and yelling and cussing at them. It's just so wrong. And I'm glad that my 9-year-old even noticed that not everybody's the same as we are, and I had to explain to him that you're very lucky. You're very lucky to have a mom who doesn't cuss at you and degrade you and be hateful to you. And so, when I said that, he goes, yeah, I know, right? So, it is those small things that is just puts joy in my heart to know that my kids recognize my faith. And so, being a teacher at the daycare, I need to use my faith when it comes to my children, show love to the children at the daycare. I've said in my other videos, a lot of these are foster kids, and a lot of times they don't have that stability, they don't have that love. And I can't even walk in the door. My son, who's 9, can't even walk in the door of the daycare without everybody going, they're here, they're here, they're here. And they come running up and give hugs. They're just so excited. And I love that moment every morning when I walk in the door for work. And so, you can share your faith without preaching to people about your faith. Open conversations, and spread God's love. If only you have the faith of as small as a mustard seed, that's what the scriptures say is have faith that God is using you in your life and your circumstances as a single mother, with your children, with your ex-spouse, with your spouse, if you're married, as a mama, as a Christian, we have responsibilities in circumstances where God has put us at our jobs where we need to spread God's love. And so one of the commandments that God has given to me is to preach the gospel to you here on YouTube. And so I hope that you guys are blessed by my videos. And I do want to do more organizing and house cleaning and crafting and cooking even, and things that I do on a regular basis as a single mom. But there's going to be a lot of changes coming soon. And God is working on me eternally on when to make that next step. And so I'm going to bring you along with the journey. And I just hope that these videos are a blessing. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.